So we welcome to another edition of Saturday Mornings Outdoors. My name is Paul Kay. I have my nephew Jim with us today, and we are trout fishing. And we're going to try to get us some trout on this beautiful May day. Guys are banging around on the skeet and trap out back, and you might hear that in the background. But our mission today is to catch some supper with trout, so stay tuned and see what. So we're going to use bait as well as lures, and what I have here, these are called green worms or something. These don't need refrigeration. These have been in my gear room for about 2 weeks, and they stay alive. You don't got to put them in the fridge or nothing. I don't know, they're kind of bizarrely alien. They just as alive and fresh as when I put them in there. Let me see if I can get a few. They're very strange. I wonder what happens if you let them loose. Yeah, no, that ain't one. Let's see if I can grab them. They were here this morning. Maybe they escaped. I doubt it, though. No, they're in there somewhere. There was a whole glom of them. Here's one anyway, but they're trout worms, and they don't need refrigeration. They're very strange, you know.
Hey, can I see a worm?
Yeah, I'll show it to you. That's what she said. Sorry, wrong window. There is one right here. All right.
You ever heard of the thing called worm column? It's when you take a stick.
Worm column? What's that?
It's a thing where you take a stick, you cut notches in it, and use another stick to make a sound so it on the ground.
Oh, like the vibrations kind of force them out.
Yeah,
that.
cool.
I think a long time ago, I think I have heard of that, and it probably works. It does, because they have these contraptions where they electrocute them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get these rods, 2 rods, and then you wet the ground and you run electricity through it, and it dries the worms up, and that really works.
Yeah, the car batteries.
Interesting.
They have worm calling competitions too.
Get out of here. How do those work? What do they just like compete to see who can raise the most worms?
They have squares of dirt, their own section.
Get out of
They
here.
get their own sticks, and they just make the sound.
I gotta look. That's hilarious, man.
Whoever catches the biggest and the most worms win. It's pretty cool.
That is bizarre and amazing, though. But I mean, do they fish with them after, or do they throw them back?
They probably fish with them. I don't see why they wouldn't.
That's funny. No, really, I never heard of that. That's very interesting. I'll look into that. Well, the banging slowed down a little bit. It's not exactly the best thing for trout fishing, but it's a gun club, so that's what they do. And it's about 60s, and I was hoping the wind would slow down, and sure enough it has. So we've seen some trout movement in here, but we're trying our best to. We're using, I got number 8 or 10 hooks, bait keeper hooks, and I'm using those green worms. What are you using, Jim?
One of the big night crawlers and just a small hook with orange bobber.
Yep, there you go. And we're trying. We've already seen movement, so there's fish in there. I know there's big bullfrogs in here too, but this is about 3 weeks after they stocked it, so they're educated fish in here, and they're a lot of frogs that you might think are fish. So, but we're on a mission to fishing. Sorry. So my nephew's laughing at me because I just fell in. I got mud all over me. I had a nice one, first one, and it's fishing. I tried it because we don't have a net. It was just barely hooked, and I dragged him up onto the bank, and I slipped. He busted me off, and my nephew started laughing his ass off. No, he didn't. He was trying to help me, but you know it's funny. I mean, it is. It's funny. It's fishing. But yeah, they're in here. They're definitely. Well, the only thing concerning about falling in after a fish is we know there's fish in here now. I was kind of just afraid that they're just educated now, and their mindset is, and I promise you this is how it's working. They're trying to bite the worms off the end of our hooks, but they know about the hook. But there's the promise of an easy meal sitting right in front of their face, and they just can't stand it. So you just got to wait them out, and then they just take it. You know, they can't stand it, and then they take it, and then that's it. That's what's happening. But idiots like me got to catch them. You have to reel them in. Jim, that's a cool device right there. I like that. I have a few, but mine are the bent edge. And see, he's got the spike there that's perfect for this trout fishing.
They're super cheap. They're like $3.
Yeah, I got a few, but mine's are bent, like they're at an angle. It's pretty cool. You could actually screw that in the ground at an angle.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Either way, yeah. Very cool. But it holds it stable enough so if you do get a big trout or a big fish, it's not going to take your rod for a ride.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep. I'm all muddy from falling in. I guess I can't wear these to church. So I'm going to get as close as I can get to with Turtle Cam. He's basking in the sun. There he goes. All right, what you got now, Jim? What do you got? He's got a big old bullfrog. Look at this thing. That's a good size one too. Yeah, they don't bite or nothing. Just grab them. I'll grab them.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not that I kind of feel bad for getting it hooked. Damn.
why? I told you that was going to happen. If you just hold them.
Yeah.
They don't bite. Just squeeze the hell out of them.
Ooh.
They're strong.
Yeah.
You going to eat them?
I mean,
You can eat the legs. It's a good size frog too.
really?
Yeah, I can't hold the camera and here. Yeah, give me that. Go ahead. Just pull the hook out. That's all. If you dangle any kind of lure in front, they think it's a fly, and they bite at it instinctively. You could put a bare hook in front of them, and they'll absolutely bite on it. You know.
Do I just rip it out?
It just take it out gently. Are you gonna eat it?
Do you want?
No, I'm not gonna eat them. It's not enough. You need about 5 of those.
There we go.
Yeah, look at him. That's cool. All right, Mr. Frog.
They'll let him go.
So let him. Yeah, whatever you want to do. There he goes.
Look at him.
See you later, pal.
He's
Look at the leaping power he's got. Is pretty far.
He's like big.
Yeah. So far, yeah. That's where the tadpoles come. You said he's big. That's where they come from. And he's so far we got frogs, turtles, and 1 lost trout.
Yeah.
So we need. All right. So we're gonna try another spot. I got about 5 hits, no commitment. Caught 1 fish, brought him up, fell in, he broke off. This is fishing, and my nephew's got the amphibian collection. We caught a frog, and he caught a giant frog, a bullfrog, and a turtle. So we're gonna try another spot. So see you next spot. And here we are back at the second spot. This is a full-on lake now. Let's go, Jim. And we're going to try our luck down this end of the world. It was fun back there, but we'll see what happens over here. And we have arrived at the spot number 2, so I'm going to give it a whirl here. You guys might remember this spot from trout fishing earlier, and we'll give it a spot here. The water's a lot warmer than it was on those first forays, and probably catch a lot of other species of fish. We hope. All right, so Jim got the first perch. Here we go, yellow perch. So we're getting into fish now. He's got a couple, I got a couple, and they're sunfishing perch so far, but we broke the ice. I'll get a few on film. Just little stuff here. Not a little sunny. It's something pulling on the end of the line, though. I gotta hold it in my teeth.
We should get one of those.
Oh.
Head terminators.
Yeah. Good looking. There's plenty of these. They're having a lot of fun with them. We're catching. hoping for is big old bass. There's trout in here. There's bass, perch, sunfish, catfish, crappie, sucker, carp, white perch. He's over in pickerel land. That's monster pickerels. I won a fish tournament a decade and a half ago, pulling a 3.5 pound pickerel out of there, and that's a big pickerel. But that's all serious pickerel area over there, and that's connected via this into this lake. And it's a great fishing spot, and it's gorgeous. You're not thinking about nothing else but fishing, and this is the point. Beautiful spot, beautiful day. And look at that, a bite. That's a better size one. If you had 10 or 15 of these, that's a good fry. Pain in the neck to fillet though. Fire away. Nice cast. So what do you got, man?
A little perch.
See what you got. Well, that's about, yeah, they got a little bit bigger in here, but that's a good eating size. You need about, I literally have had 100 perch days here. 100 perch while ice fishing, yes. And I filleted every single one of them. And guys come up on me and they go, "Oh, 100 fish. What are you, a jerk?" But the state wants us to, because this is overrun with those. They eat the bass eggs, and they're not a game fish. So the perch, the sunfish, there's no limit. You can take them. It's like shooting crows or shooting woodchucks. You can take as many as you want. But good fish, dude.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
So we're catching tons of panfish now. So I think I'm gonna wrap it here. We had a wonderful day out. We tried 2 spots. We were we kept fishing till we got into fish, and we're heavy into fish now. So, Jim, how'd you do? Like it? Did you like it?
Good.
Yeah.
Got a lot of fish.
Yep. And then that'll be it for this week. Thank you so much, guys, for showing up. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and we'll see you next week, man. You got to get your rods, get your gear, go dig a can of worms, and get out here. It's spring, and it's a beautiful day, and you need to do this. We'll see you out here. We'll see you next week.